Thank you for joining us at today's annual FDNY Memorial Service. Please rise for the presentation of the colors.
Detail 10 hut.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by firefighter Regina Wilson.
Detail, hand salute.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready, cue.
Thank you, Firefighter Wilson. Please remain standing while Fire Department Chaplain Rabbi Joseph Potasnik delivers the invocation.
God of all people, we come here today believing in our different faiths, but belonging to one family. Let us remember the words of a mother who lost her son, a firefighter, who said, I think of what I've had and I think of what I've lost, and I still think that I was blessed. We are here today to grieve for the years that were taken from us, but we're also grateful for the years that were given to us. In Hebrew, the word for life, chaim, is written in the plural, to remind us that life must be shared with others. And thus to you, the families, we say, you are also our families, and your children are also our children, and your pain is also our pain. When we go to a cemetery, we place a stone or a flower on a grave, and we say, we won't forget you. We are here today to say that we will not forget them as we perpetuate their legacy, holding on to their memory, holding on to each other, because we are one FDNY family. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Potasnik. We will now conduct the laying of the wreaths. As a mark of respect, I ask all members of the dais to please remain standing and face the monument. Will the families also please remain standing? The ceremonial officer is escorting Mayor Bill de Blasio, Fire Commissioner Daniel Nigro, Chief of Department James Leonard, Chief of Operations John Sudnick, Uniform Fire Officers Association President Jake Lamunda, Uniform Firefighters Association President Gerald Fitzgerald, Chief of EMS James Booth, EMS Superiors Officers Association President Jack Sullivan, Uniformed EMS Officers President Frank Borello, Uniformed EMTs, Paramedics, and Fire Inspectors Union President Oren Barzilay to the top of the steps. There are 3 wreaths being laid. These wreaths are laid in honor of our fallen members. 1 wreath in honor of our deceased members of the fire service. 1 wreath in honor of our deceased members of the EMS service. And 1 wreath is representative of the department as a whole. Let us bow our heads and observe a moment of silence. Thank you. The ceremonial officer will now escort the dignitaries back to their seats. Please be seated. Formation, at ease. Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Mark Guerra, and I am honored to be the Master of Ceremonies today. On behalf of Mayor de Blasio, Fire Commissioner Nigro, Chief of Department Leonard, other members of the Fire Department executive staff, and union officials, I would like to welcome you all to the annual Fire Department Memorial Service. It is now my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, the Mayor of the City of New York, the Honorable Bill de Blasio.
Thank you very much, Captain. To everyone, this is one of the most solemn and humbling ceremonies each year in this city. And it causes us to reflect, first and foremost, on the lives of the good people we've lost and their service to us. It causes us to reflect on the pain that these good families are feeling and our need to stand by them for the rest of their lives. But it's also a moment to think about this work that brave people do. The phrase New York's bravest had to be earned over decades, in fact, over 150 years, a century and a half, and it is earned every day. All those who wear the uniform live that phrase in their every action. We see it in our own lives, in our own neighborhoods, the selfless acts, the extraordinary bravery. It reminds us that some words really do have meaning, even in a troubled time. New York's bravists make us proud, give us a sense of security and faith no matter what else is swirling around us. So even though it is a somber occasion, it's also an opportunity to reflect on the blessing that the FDNY is to New York City. I want to thank Commissioner Nigro and Chief Leonard and all the leadership of the FDNY. I want to thank the labor leaders who represent these good men and women who do so much to protect us. Jake LaMonda, the UFOA, Gerard Fitzgerald, the UFA, Jack Sullivan, EMS superior officers, and Oren Barzilay, the uniformed EMTs, paramedics, and fire inspectors. Thank you for your leadership. It's a difficult day when we think of 12 good people lost. Our hearts are heavy, and yet we're filled with admiration for what they devoted themselves to, how they lived their lives, the fact that they did not hesitate when others were in danger. The monument behind us is a reminder, 152 years, a powerful and inspiring human story, an unbroken chain of service and devotion. New Yorkers know when they hear a siren in the night, they know that means help is on the way. They have faith in the FDNY. It's been proven time and time again. There are many places where that might not be true in this world, where you don't know if help is coming, but in this city you always know. Help is on the way, and it comes in the form of the bravest and most exceptional individuals, the greatest professionals in their field. But that does not diminish the fact that every single day, when one of these good men and women leave their home, they understand the danger ahead. When they say goodbye to a loved one, they know, and their loved ones know, that God forbid it could be the last time. And that is what we come here today to recognize. We come here in solidarity with these families. And when we think about that devotion that is so strong in the members of FDNY, there's no greater example than firefighter William Tolley. Devotion was the definition of his life and all he did. And his devotion was greatest for his daughter Bella. His love for her, something like a current that ran through everything he did in his life. And that love will continue to strengthen her throughout her life. And he loved his work, and he loved his colleagues, and he answered the call to duty every day for 14 years until one day, a seemingly normal and routine day, tragedy struck. Everyone in this department felt this loss. It was personal. There is a family of the FDNY, and in those days after Bill Tolley's death, The family was hurting. But here's something else that's true about the FDNY. Even in pain, they're ready to serve. And it was just a few days later that we saw one of the worst fires in a long time. 5-alarm fire in Queens, a horrible tragedy in which young people were lost, a swift, raging fire that could have caused so much more destruction and could have endangered so many more lives. But the FDNY was there no matter what the pain the members were feeling. They brought all of their devotion and their energy. They stopped that fire dead in its tracks. They saved any number of other lives. That is resiliency incarnate. And I was reminded again this last weekend. I was at EMS Station 26 in the Bronx. That is where EMT Yadira Arroyo served. 14 years of devotion to this city and of being a model to everyone who met her. And she also loved her homeland of Puerto Rico. And even though Station 26 has known heartbreak, they turned it into action. And I saw her fellow first responders there together, EMTs and firefighters at that station, gathering relief supplies for Puerto Rico. Going above and beyond again, not just saving lives here, but helping those who have experienced an unbelievable tragedy over 1,000 miles away. What a fitting tribute to EMT Arroyo. We will always remember the 12 men and women who we memorialize today. We will remember what they stood for. We will remember that they represented the best in this city. We will learn once again from their example what we should be for each other. And even though it is a painful day, everyone here should know there are 8.5 million New Yorkers in this city, and they are eternally grateful to you. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor de Blasio. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Fire Commissioner, Dan Nigro.
This monument, where we gather today, was built more than a century ago by the people of a grateful city. It was paid for and constructed by New Yorkers who watched for years as our firefighters bravely ran into buildings to save lives. They watched as our members battled the fires, scaled buildings, dragged hoses, and raced quickly through the streets of our city, putting aside their own fears and the grave dangers they faced. Those same New Yorkers would line the streets to honor our fallen members, firefighters killed in the line of duty, brave individuals who made the supreme sacrifice, laying down their own lives so that others would live. This monument is a lasting tribute to all those who served the FDNY, and like our great department, it has withstood the test of time. For 152 years, the Fire Department of New York has answered every call for help that has come our way. Our firefighters today continue to run into burning buildings day after day because there are still lives to be saved. And while fighting fires, that fundamental reason our department was founded remains important, our mission has without question grown dramatically, and today encompasses so much more. Today, our EMTs and paramedics bravely and professionally provide the best pre-hospital emergency medical care in the world. We respond to terrorist incidents that threaten not only the people we have all sworn to protect, but our very way of life. We prepare daily for the most extreme circumstances, the worst disasters, both natural and man-made. Our members go well beyond our borders to bring aid and incredibly skilled rescue operations to catastrophic incidents across the country, most recently in Texas, in Florida, and in Puerto Rico. And we remain vigilant always, because that's what it takes to protect our city. All of this difficult work requires dedication, compassion, unwavering commitment, and above all else, bravery. But that bravery has so often required our department to pay the steepest price imaginable. 1,147 of our members have lost their lives fulfilling their oaths and acting in the purest and greatest traditions of bravery. 159 more of our members to date have lost their lives due to illnesses acquired in our darkest and perhaps our finest hours at the World Trade Center following the attacks of September 11th. Sadly, those numbers will continue to grow because all of you face very real dangers in this job. It takes true courage to commit yourself to the training required to fight a fire and provide that medical care in dangerous circumstances. And yes, you run into burning buildings. You know it. I know it. Every New Yorker knows it. It takes great bravery to do your job. And unfortunately, we've experienced all too often the cost and sacrifice required for such commitment and for such bravery. EMT Adira Arroyo possessed that bravery when she fought for her patients on every call, and when she fought to prevent something dangerous from happening to pedestrians and motorists around her on that terrible day in March. Firefighter William Tolley possessed that bravery when he battled that difficult fire this past April, and when he went out the door again and again to fight fires, protecting the residents of Queens. All of the members we honor today possess that bravery. They displayed it every day of their careers. We honor all of them, not for how they died, but for the incredible way in which they lived, dedicating themselves to the life-saving mission of our department. To the families of these brave members, please know we will always remember your loved ones in our hearts and here every year at our memorial. Your strength in the face of such immeasurable loss is an inspiration to every single FDNY member. And we are all here today because your loved ones mattered greatly to this department and to our city. May God bless the memory of every FDNY member who has died in the line of duty, who is battling illness, and all those members of the FDNY we lost this past year. And may God continue to bless the FDNY.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we will hear from Chief of Department James Leonard.
Each year, seeing our members lined up together in solidarity with our families, it's always an awesome sight to behold. From when I was a young firefighter in line like all of you here, to my time as an officer, and up until now, this day is a stark reminder what makes this job so special. And that tradition continues to repeat itself today. Our newest probationary firefighters standing over here. In front of them, our retired members, young and old, here to represent the FDNY, to share our pain, to represent what firefighters and EMTs do. The full brotherhood and sisterhood of the FDNY on show today in honor of our families. If you're not working today, you are here. You are here with all of us. We are all here together as one FDNY. It's instilled in our new members from day one. This day, We honor our members who have died, and we pledge once more to never forget them. I say it all the time, and it rings true on this day more than any other day. Being a member of the FDNY, being a member of this department is who we are. It's not what we do, it's inside us. It's who we are. We go into those dangerous situations. We put our lives on the line for the people we have sworn oaths to protect. We run into burning buildings. We confront danger and evil as Yadi Arroyo did when she gave her life for this city. And make no mistake, no matter how hard we train, no matter how much we advance our tools, our equipment, no matter how much better we look to make ourselves, this will always be a dangerous job. And it's sitting before me right now. It takes a special person to do that, and it demands 100% commitment by every member of this job. These people stand before us, the giants that went before us. These are the people that built the legacy of the FDNY for 152 years, and we are honored to stand here in awe of them. But thankfully, we have incredible people who step up to earn this uniform and to go out every single call that we receive to help the people of New York. On duty and off, we, the FDNY, are on the front lines protecting New Yorkers. We train every day. We work hard to perfect the skills that will save lives. But all this work, this dedication, far too often comes with a terrible price. In the last year, we have suffered greatly with the deaths of EMT Yadi Arroyo and firefighter Billy Tolley. The support all of you offered their families was inspiring, and you continue that to this day. It's important that our families know, no matter what, we will always be there for you. I have been fortunate to have the opportunity to get to know several of the members of both the Arroyo family and the Tolley family over the past year. And from talking to their loved ones, I learned even more about the incredible, remarkable people that both Yadi and Billy were. Yadi and Billy are shining examples of what it takes to be an FDNY EMT, what it takes to be an FDNY firefighter. We are proud of the amazing work that they did, and we will never, ever forget them. Today, we all remember 12 individuals who earned the right to wear this great uniform of the FDNY. They went out to those calls. They responded to people who desperately needed help in their time of need. And they honored the greatest traditions of this department, service and bravery. Their loss hurts. You can see it. You can feel it. And our families are hurting because each of these brave members is gone far too soon and far too young. They were sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers. They were your beloved family members, and they were ours as well. Thousands of their brothers and sisters across generations of the FDNY are here today because we want you to know how much we care for them, how much we care for you, how much we love you, and how much we respect what your loved ones have done for this department. Thank you. To our families, I offer you my deepest thanks for all your loved ones did to contribute to our life-saving mission, the life-saving mission of the FDNY. On every run, the individuals remembered today represented the core values of service, bravery, and dedication that define our great department. They fulfilled their sworn oath. We all take that same oath for 152 years. We take an oath to protect and serve the people of this city, and we do it sometimes at the cost of the ultimate sacrifice. And they fulfilled that oath. They answered the call for help, and they made each and every one of us proud of what they did. Each and every one of us proud to wear this uniform. And we are grateful. We are a better department for having known them and worked with them in our mission. May God continue to bless this great department, the FDNY. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. The Emerald Society Pipes and Drums will now play a hymn in tribute to our fallen members. We will now honor the memory of our sister and brother lost in the line of duty. The first presentation honors the memory of EMT Yadira Arroyo, Station 26, with a special presentation to her mother, Leda Acevedo Rosado. EMT Yadira Arroyo made the supreme sacrifice on March 16, 2017, as a result of injuries sustained in the performance of duty while operating at Bronx Station 3. EMT Yadira Arroyo was appointed to the FDNY in August of 2003. Mayor de Blasio is presenting the Fire Department flag. Fire Commissioner Nigro is presenting the Department Medal for Valor. And Uniform EMT, Paramedic, and Fire Inspectors Union President Barzilay is presenting the Union Medal of Supreme Sacrifice. Joining EMT Arroyo's mother is her brother, Joel Arroyo. We also welcome a number of the other Arroyo family members who are here with us today. Thank you all for coming. The second presentation honors the memory of firefighter William Tolley, Ladder Company 135, with a special presentation to his wife Marie and daughter Isabella. Firefighter William Tolley made the supreme sacrifice on April 20th, 2017, as a result of injuries sustained in the performance of duty while operating at Queens Box 22-4017. Firefighter William Tolley was appointed to the FDNY in September of 2003. Mayor de Blasio is presenting the Fire Department flag. Fire Commissioner Nigro is presenting the Department Medal for Valor. And UFA President Fitzgerald is presenting the Union Medal of Supreme Sacrifice. Joining Marie is firefighter Tolly's brother, Robert. We also welcome a number of other Tolly family members here with us today. Thank you all for coming. I will now invite FDNY Chaplain, Monsignor John Delendick, to step forward to deliver the necrology. The necrology is the reading of the names of all of the active members of the FDNY, fire and EMS services lost to the department within the past year. We honor their memory and are grateful for all they did while members of this department. As each name is read, a ceremonial officer will present a letter of condolence to each family.
The following members gave their lives in service in line of duty. EMT Yadira Arroyo, Station 26, March 16th, 2017. Firefighter William N. Tolley, Ladder 135, who gave his life April 20th, 2017. The following members were active duty on the day of their death. Firefighter Michael D. Moyle, Ladder 81, September 1st, 2016. Firefighter James M. Dunn, Ladder 114, September 6th, 2016. EMT Armando V. Cordero, Station 27, September 10th, 2016. Firefighter Kevin A. Rooney, Engine 42, January 22nd, 2017. Lieutenant Edith E. Torres, EMD, February 8th, 2017. EMT Alan J. Cook, Station 58, April 9th, 2017. EMT Emery C. Taylor, OMA, May 16th, 2017. EMT Patrick Hoppy, Station 19, July 3rd, 2017. Paramedic Michael J. Sclafani, Station 14, August 16th, 2017. Paramedic Timothy J. McGee, Station 44, September 6, 2017. May they rest in peace.
Everyone, please rise. Detail, hand salute. Ready, 2.
Please remain standing as I invite FDNY Chaplain, the Reverend Ann Cansfield, to deliver the benediction.
Almighty God, you blessed our world when you created Michael and James and Armando and Kevin and Edith and Alan and Emery and Patrick and Michael and Timothy and Yadira and William. We give you thanks for their lives of love and sacrifice. May their legacies inspire each of us to live similarly in service of others. And may we depart this morning with your blessing. Gracious God, may you bless and keep these people. Loving Lord, make your face shine upon them. Be gracious to them. And may the God of each of us give you peace now and always. Amen.
Retire the colors.
Detail, 10 Hood.